recording me?
What's that?
Are you recording me?
I am.
Very good. What's your name?
What do you want to know?
Oh, would you look at that? Glenn Cerio is back at full blast, and it's still as pathetic as ever. Lying on a police report, lying to the EMS, boasting about his YouTube stats. It is rather classic, to be quite honest. It probably won't last, because he is actually not allowed to do this on his probation.
Because you're being detained, you're not free to leave.
For what?
Okay, for theft. People up here at Safeway, someone matching your description.
So what I'm going to do here now, I'm going to tell you that you're illegally detaining me and you're going to get sued.
Except that's not exactly how that works, now does it? So he is entirely within his rights to detain you, to determine your identity. Just because you say nah doesn't mean anything. Also keep this part in mind, how he approached the officer and how this entire conversation is gonna go. Because he's gonna claim that there was some kind of dangerous situation where he got hurt. After all this time, I still don't think Glenn Cerio knows how video works. In this case, against him.
Okay, that's fine. Why don't you sit down and buckle for me?
I'm not going to sit anywhere. Get your sergeant here.
Okay, he's on his way.
Okay?
Okay, why don't you sit on the bumper?
I will not sit on the bumper.
Well, that's actually a good thing. I don't want that car to get hurt, mate.
Okay. What's your name?
Listen, you've made the biggest mistake of your life.
Okay.
You have no idea who you're talking to.
Yeah, that might have something to do with you not actually telling him who you are, Glenn. Hello? Is this thing on?
You've approached
Who
the
am I
worst.
talking to?
I'm not going to tell you, but
Okay,
you've made the biggest mistake of your life,
Okay.
and you are going to lose your job.
Okay.
If you could have picked out one of a million people, you've won the lottery.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. You've won the lottery.
Okay.
So you are going to find out the hardest way you know,
Okay.
and you're going to lose your job,
Okay.
and you're going to be invested by the FBI.
Okay.
He's gonna be invested by the FBI. You use words. Can you please stop murdering the English language, Glenn, with your 400 in English, whatever that means?
Can I just ask you a couple questions?
No, you can't.
Okay, were you just up at the Safeway right now?
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're just gonna hang tight for my sergeant to get here. Okay? And then we'll figure out what's going on.
We can do whatever you want to do, but I'm telling you, I'm detained. I'm about to be arrested for nothing.
No, that's also not how that works. You're being detained to determine the situation and your identity, and, well, that's about it, Glenn. If you are indeed the man who ran away from the store and fit the description in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna get arrested. But if you are not, you're gonna get arrested. Why is this so hard for this man to understand? I just don't understand why he doesn't understand.
This cop pulled me over for nothing.
Who the hell are you talking to? Innocent passerbys? They are not interested in the Glenn Cerio man. You're not as important as you think you are.
Oh man, if you could have won the lottery, you've won the lottery.
Okay.
You have won the fucking lottery.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
What are those noises? He's making noises now. Stop making those noises. They're creepy. They're smelly, in all likelihood.
So we're just gonna hang out then, wait for my sergeant to come up, and then we'll figure out what's going on at the Safeway. Sound good?
No, doesn't sound good.
Well, why not?
Sounds like you're an idiot.
You wanted my sergeant to come here.
And then after that, I'll ask for the lieutenant. And then after that, I'll ask for the captain. And then after that, I'll call Washington State Patrol. And then after that, I'll call the FBI.
wait. Glenn Cerio has become the meme.
Okay.
Okay? Now you're gonna look like a fool in front of your sergeant, okay? He'd probably take one look at me and tell you to leave. That's probably what's gonna happen. So.
Well, that's only if you do not actually fit the description entirely, because, well, there is still... I mean, you are a very particular kind of shape. But still, they may have made a mistake. I mean, for stealing something, you have to run away from the point of interest where you stole the stuff. You can't even stand still without being completely out of breath. So yeah, they may have made a mistake, but they're still allowed to detain you, Mr. Hee-hee. What are those noises he's making? Is that laughing or is that just, I don't know. It's just really strange.
Where's your body cam?
I don't have one. You're my body cam.
Yeah.
Well, apart from that being funny, I found that, yeah, rather disturbing. But then again, any noise Glenn makes is kind of disturbing.
Don't have a fork. How many units do I have coming my way?
You're making the biggest mistake of your life.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Where is your sweatshirt?
What sweatshirt?
And your beanie hat that you had on?
Well, a more interesting question would be, where's that part of the video you cut out? Did you make a fool out of yourself again, Glenn? I mean, that happens only if you clip out video footage. It's somehow to censor your dumbs going on the internet. Well, the rest of the video is still here, so that doesn't really work.
My sweatshirt and my beanie hat.
Yeah.
Be more specific. What did it look like?
You had a gray sweatshirt and a white beanie hat.
Did I? You know false detainment's a crime in Washington State? Do you know that you are...
I'm very aware of the laws in Washington.
Okay, well, you'll be very aware of the FBI because the FBI investigates Edmonds PD all the time.
Yet, somehow, any officer you have in your videos has ever been investigated by the FBI. Hey, maybe we need to get the president of the universe in here, man. I mean, let's go straight to the top, shall we? The delusions of grandeur are off the charts.
So...
Alright. Where's your sweatshirt?
Which one?
Your gray Seahawks sweatshirt.
Gray Seahawks. You think I'm a Seahawks fan?
Yeah, I do.
You think I like the Seahawks?
You were wearing a Seahawks sweatshirt.
Was I?
Yeah.
And you have me on camera, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go review that camera.
We will. In time.
No, I think you're going to find out the hard way.
Well, why is that?
You're making the biggest mistake of your life, and you've already been told this a million times.
Okay.
You have no idea who you're talking to.
Who am I talking to?
You have no idea what's about to happen to you.
Who am I talking
You have no idea the amount of people that are going to come to that police station and surround that police station.
Yeah, about that, Glenn, I don't think you are aware of the statistics of your YouTube channel. You get less views on average than my unboxing video of my video card. And that's because it doesn't fit in the algorithm for my channel. You, on the other hand, produce videos for the algorithm on your channel, and the algorithm says, nah, we're not gonna push these videos. Not to mention, none of the other frauditor sovereign citizens like you.
Who am I talking to?
So don't touch me. Let's tell him who I am. Let's tell this guy who I am. Let's inform this guy who I am.
Hey, Glenn. So I know who you are.
Okay. Yeah.
So right now you're just being detained because you match the description of a suspect. Okay.
And how do you know me?
Okay.
How do you know me?
Apparently he's talked to you before.
See how we're dealing with an unimportant man syndrome? He's so desperate to control the officers and what they do. Tell him who I am! And it falls on deaf ears. Quite similar to the innocent passerby who you were boasting about that the officer detained you and you didn't get any response. Tell me, how does it feel to be completely ignored whenever you try to control the situation? That must eat away at you, Glenn.
Apparently, you've made the biggest mistake of your life, and this guy, he's already acknowledging that.
Glenn, could you maybe stop blowing up my wordy bit buckets? Use English, don't abuse English.
How do you know me?
That's not the suspect.
That's not the suspect?
Yeah.
How do you know me?
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah?
I came over to the store, okay?
Yeah?
I got a picture.
Yeah?
Okay, so the picture, the person was wearing white clothing.
Oh, yeah?
Exactly what you're wearing right now.
Yeah?
How would you think?
Where'd you used to work?
White male. Well, it doesn't matter what.
Where'd you used to work?
Listen, Glenn. Listen.
Did you work for Honeywell?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
what
you
happened?
did, didn't you?
And then what happened?
Yeah, you did. You cried like a little bitch to HR.
Because of what?
You cried like a little bitch to HR. It's what you did.
Okay, and then.
I'm a little Vietnamese guy from Vietnam, and
Okay.
he's attacking me. He's making fun of me.
We don't need to.
Glenn Cerio tried with all his might to antagonize the officer using race baiting, racism, and all that stuff he loves to use. Hey, Glenn, remember that time you used the N-word on a black officer and then deleted the video from your channel, yet some other people actually downloaded it and uploaded it on their channel? And you, with a very distinct breathing pattern and voice, claim that is not you. That is like me saying, Sir Sick and I aren't the same person, but have you seen us in the same field at the same time? You are a racist. He's gonna claim he's not a racist further on in the video. This is one of the first videos I actually watched entirely because of how Glenn is behaving in the previous video I did on him. Just to see if it was worth it. And yeah, the antagonism is still there. I'm sure the smell is still there. But he has become more pathetic, if you believe it. Or should I say, desperate.
Oh yeah, you're a crybaby.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now you're gonna get reported.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
425-771.
Where's the sergeant? Where's the sergeant?
425-771.
Where's the sergeant? You fucking retard.
And you can make.
You fucking retard.
We're done.
Yeah. On your way. On your way.
Wait for it, everyone.
You are dismissed, bitch.
There we go. He's waited so long to be able to do this again. What a pathetic man.
Yeah, I was badly injured. One of your officers pulled in here, almost hit me with his vehicle, accused me of robbery 1 with deadly weapon. Said I was wearing a gray Seahawks shirt, wear a beanie. Accused me of robbery. When he pulled in, he went on the curb, and I had to almost maneuver out of the way, and I ended up twisting my leg, my lower back. So,
Don't you mean your lower abdominal chest pains, Glenn? This man has no idea of anatomy, but hey. Also, you are talking about the officer you approached while he was actually getting out of the car and asking, "Are you filming me? How did you twist your ankle? I mean, there's something wrong with your brainy bit. Something is not connecting," but we all know why. Filing a false police report. That's not entirely legal, Glenn. And that's not even mentioning he didn't actually accuse you. He just detained you because you, for some reason, looked like the person that was in the description of the report. I still don't understand how that is possible, but hey, here we are.
I'm feeling a lot of pain right now. I'm not able to walk. I need an aid car.
Okay.
So,
Did you get that officer's name?
I couldn't get his name. His 2 initials and his name, I can't remember.
I'll have 8 come in.
What's that?
8's right around the corner.
Okay, is there like a lieutenant so I can report that officer?
Yeah, so I'm a corporal and my sergeant's also on his way up.
Okay. And then 2 other officers showed up, and then Mitsui, I think his name is.
Okay, yeah.
And then Win, and then Win knows me because we worked at aerospace together, and he was under me, and he did confirm that on the video that he knows me and we had a past. So there's a past history there where he made some false claims to the corporation, and so he did lie, and he wrote a letter to corporate.
The bloody irony of this situation, where he's deadpan staring this officer in his face and then lying through his teeth, talking about someone else lying. The mandatory question here is, how do you function, Glenn? He literally sounds like one of these people that jump in front of a car, you know, with trying to scam insurance out of people and then, oh no, he hit me. Oh shit, there's a dash cam. Uh-oh. Well, Glenn, guess what? You also have a camera that shows you are lying.
So I'll be reporting him too. Mitsui, he kind of just walked away. He didn't do nothing. He kind of knew what was happening. He knew I wasn't the suspect.
What are you saying that Officer Nguyen did?
Sorry, what?
What did Officer Nguyen do?
When me have a history at another company before he became...
What about today? What are you reporting today?
So I'm reporting his demeanor, his aggression, and he lied on the camera about our past. Like he said, you know,
What do you say?
He made some false claims to the corporation, saying that I talked about his heritage, his Vietnamese heritage, said I'm a racist.
Well, you are a racist, Glenn. I'll link that video in the description. And you tell me if that is Glenn Cerio or not. But I think you missed the point of the officer's question. What does that have to do with the current report you're making? Glenn, time flows in a certain direction. Cameras record your stupidity. If you put those two together, you might actually learn something.
Made a lot of claims to HR. Not a very credible person, not someone to swear an oath to a constitution. The lies he made and the stuff he did was real.
Made up? A figment of your imagination? Your fantasy running wild? You're just lying because you want to say something about... You have no idea what you're talking about, do ya, Glenn? For a second there I thought you were gonna blow up another wordy bit bucket.
Did he do anything? Did he say anything to you today?
Yeah, he got belligerent. He did tell the other officer that I'm not the suspect, but he got real belligerent and kind of like was yelling and kind of like he wasn't happy. He wasn't, you know.
You mean the very calm officer that told the other officer that you're not the suspect and we're just gonna, you know, let you go? How many lies in a second can you spew out of your gob? I mean, this is getting ridiculous. You do realize what you're doing right now is lying on a police report, right? And your video is all over the internet. Maybe you want to go back to court? Because that's... I mean, we don't kink shame around here. Maybe going to court is his fetish.
Which leg is it?
That's my left leg.
Left leg? Alright, we'll come take a look at you.
I thought they were here for me.
There.
Okay, they were talking to him.
Hi there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Not too good. One of the officers almost collided with me and almost hit me with his patrol vehicle, and I almost stumbled and I hurt my leg and my lower back, and I'm having trouble walking.
Okay. Where were we at when it happened?
Right there, right where that pole is. He pulled onto the sidewalk. I thought he was going to run me over. He accused me of robbery, one with deadly weapon.
Again, the video shows something completely different. You weren't in pain during the entire detainment. Also, detained and being accused of. Very different things, Glenn Cerio.
What would you like us...
I need to go to the hospital. I need to go to the hospital and get...
Alright, let's go.
I can't walk.
We can grab our bed and bring it over, okay?
Okay.
How'd you walk over to here?
I limped. I've been limping. I can limp, but it hurts.
Yeah, can you limp?
Limp, waddle. I mean, it's all the same to Glenn Cerio. Also, I love this guy. He's calling him out. I guess he's met plenty of insurance frauds in his day.
Let's flip over here.
I don't really want to hurt it any more than it is.
Okay.
I don't want to do any more damage than what's...
Go, Glenn.
How's it going?
You're good. So, hey, I know you explained to my partner, but what happened with the officer?
So I was walking southbound on 99.
Southbound on 99? Okay.
Yeah, and he
on
literally...
This side or that side?
This side, right here.
Okay, gotcha.
And he literally, like, flipped a U-turn and got right where that white truck is.
Okay.
And almost hit me with his vehicle. He got out and said, you're a suspect for robbery, one with deadly weapon. You're wearing a gray Seahawks sweatshirt.
You said that to you, or
yeah.
were you talking to somebody else?
Me.
Oh.
He accused me of robbery one at a store.
Okay.
I told him you got the wrong guys. It's the worst day of your life. You've won the lottery. You don't know who I am. And he wouldn't back off, and he was holding his gun.
Now, the observant among you might have noticed the little grin the officer gave the EMS personnel. You gotta love that he's doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on his false police report here. I guess that's the problem with sovereign citizens and frauditors. When they're trying to scam the police, they have to talk to the officers. But in doing so, they actually talk themselves into a corner. There's a reason why they say anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And I guess there's a reason why SovCits and frauditors say never talk to an officer. But here's Glenn being Glenn.
He wanted me to put my hands on the hood of his car. He wanted me to sit on his bumper. I refused.
Okay.
He wanted me to identify myself. I refused.
Okay.
He said I'm being detained.
In his stupidity, I've half expected him to say, I refuse being detained.
Okay. Is there another guy that he was with? I thought he was on a shoplift call.
He said something about robbery. Said I was wearing a gray Seahawks sweatshirt.
Can you scoot your hips this way a little bit?
This way?
No, to your right, towards the top. Scoot your hips all the way.
There you go.
There you go. Kick your feet up.
What the hell is up with those shoes? I mean, somebody has to ask, what's going on there, Glenn? You can't even shoe properly? I guess the list of what Glenn can't do is much larger than Glenn himself.
Are you recording this?
I am.
Is there a reason?
I was threatened by an officer, and I'm going to take him to court. I'm going to sue him.
So,
I'm not recording you, it's more the officers.
all right, so once they're gone, you're stopping recording?
Exactly.
All right.
All these seatbelts.
10/6/1986.
And it's C-E-R-I-O.
You got it.
And do you have a middle name?
I don't.
Do you want your arm out? One end or two ends in Glenn?
Two.
All right, it's coming up, all right?
Yeah, this is fun.
That poor engine on that bloody stretcher. Did you hear it? It was screaming for help. So, Glenn filed a false police report. He's filing a false report to the emergency response unit. And he's gonna sue the officer using said false report when everything is on video. Him being racist. What kind of racist in this video? And then recording himself lying in the same video where the thing that proves he's lying is in the video. What are you doing, Glenn? You are a really bad fraud, aren't you? And on that obvious note, remember to take a look at all things around it. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Glenn. But he's not allowed to do this anymore, yet still continues to.